Today we are discussing expression transformation. So the expression transformation is a passive and a connected transformation. It is used for business logic, and we are having in this macros, vertical macros, horizontal and hybrid. Now we see this example. If salary is less than 5,000, increment 30%. If salary is greater than 5,000 and less than 10,000, increment 20%. And if salary is greater than 10,000, increment 10%. We do with this our expression transformation. In this expression transformation, we are having variable puts. So here, create a variable put and give the below code with this one. If salary is less than 5,000, salary plus salary into zero point 0.3, and salary is greater than 5,000 and less than 10,000, salary plus salary into zero point 0.2, else salary plus salary into zero point 0.1. This is the condition. If condition true, false. So here we go to expression transformation. There we write this condition here. If salary is greater than 10,000, and same thing we have to keep there. If salary is less than 5,000, less salary plus salary into 0.03. If salary is greater than 5,000 and salary and less than or equal to, here salary is less than or equal to 10,000. We take the salary from the our expression transformation. So here variable means it is a intermediate calculation. We can't take variable put as output. Okay, so this is used for the calculation only. Now we see this code is having some errors. We are rectifying, removing spaces. Look here. And give the syntax is correctly, otherwise it gives error. Your salary is and salary is greater than 5,000 and salary is less than or equal to 10,000. We copy this, paste here, then 10,000 and salary plus salary into zero point 0.2. We have to replace all the salary columns with our field name, which is in capital letter. So the order of execution of this expression transformation is first the input variables will execute first, and then variable port will execute for second, and then third one is the output field. So this so giving the phone number with the plus one, and we removing the dot, and we are placing hyphen after the plus one. So with this substring replace character functions, we are doing this one. We are replacing third position. Who underscore phone number. So his phone number is we are taking here position as 20 and click on OK. We configure the phone number formula here. Here we are concatenating all the things, so which is valid, and click on OK. Now I am doing here first name with the uppercase. So this expression transformation we are doing here with the multiple formulas. So here we are creating output field. We go with the upper function here. Upper first name, it gives uppercase value. And we are concatenating here last name with the employee ID. The output field I am taking here O underscore last name, last underscore name. Here taking the precision is 20, and we configure the formula here, employee ID as well as add employee ID. Concat pipe symbol we have to give for the concatenation. If anything we want to concat other than fields, we give the in a single quotes. We are taking last name. The expression is valid here. If the salary is greater than 10,000, we go for that. And we are taking the here commission is null, we make it as 0. O underscore commission decimal 2 I am taking here, and giving the formula is null of, if is null of commission PCT. Here we are taking the leap year formula also, O underscore high date. What is leap year? A year which is divisible by 4 is called as leap year. So the divisible concept here we are doing with the modulus function mod. By using get date part, we are doing here. We already seen this leap year, non-leap year in the filter. We already written this code also. So here I am taking that high date with the string. Why? Because we are taking here leap and non-leap is that are the strings now. That's why we are taking that one. So the expression is valid here. So I want to generate sequence of numbers by using expression transformation. I have to create a variable field is called sequence. V under sequence, which is an integer. Click on OK. V underscore sequence plus 1 here. Earlier sequence value is 0. Now it is reflected as 1. Validated. Now we have to add this sequence to one output variable, because so the variable port we cannot take as a output variable, so which is used for intermediate calculation. We can't take variable port as a output. So for that we are taking O underscore sequence. Here we can't filter the records, that's why it is a passive one. Expression is a passive. You have to do the field mapping. Then we have to map as it is with our output fields, that is o underscore sal, o underscore phone number, first name, last name, commission, hire date, and sequence. The sequence is I'm assigning here with manager id. Here we see the hire date. So here hire date where means that is a text column which is displays only leap year, non-leap year. That's why I'm removing job id, that in the place of job id I'm placing hire date. So we run the program, click on run. Go to my jobs, refresh here, otherwise it will in starting mode only. So you have to keep in that the expression transformation is a passive and connected one. Here we use the business logic for do the our mathematical problems. And in this we are having macros that are vertical and horizontal and hybrid macros. A hybrid macro is nothing but vertical and horizontal combination is called as hybrid macro. In the next video we see vertical and horizontal. Before that, please like, subscribe, and share these videos. For more Informatica IICS videos, you please subscribe. Okay, we refresh it. Okay, 107 rows are rows processed successfully. So we go to our Snowflake. We see here target DB. So here the we see the phone number is modified as well as everything is become in first high. Okay, capital letter because it is taken as upper. We are concatenated our employee ID with the first name. Same thing is reflected, and we did not do that. Didn't done that email. So next we did that phone number formula and hire date. So it is leap year, non-leap year, which is divisible by 4. That is leap year. We are taking here, and so the manager ID place, in the manager ID place we are printing sequential order 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Okay, this is regarding expression transformation. Please like and subscribe. Thank you. Today we are discussing express. Hi. Today we are discussing vertical and horizontal macros. So here we see expression in macros. We do normal mapping. An expression macro is a macro that you use to create repetitive or complex expression in mappings. Okay, we take source here. In expression macro, one or more input fields represent source data for the macro. An expression represents the calculation that you want to perform. Here we are selecting employee table as a source. So then take expression here in source column. We have spaces in first name and last name, and phone number also we are having spaces. I want to remove spaces for all the fields. So here we take expression transformation in between and go to expression, click on place. Here we take input macro field. So that input macro field is in underscore port. So here we are taking in underscore port variable. So here I am taking with the capital letters. Input macro field I am taking. So click on OK. So go to the configure here. So here we take all income fields are named fields. Here we select our own fields in the input macro field. So here I am taking last name as well as phone number. I want to remove the spaces of from the last name as well as phone number here. That's why I am taking. Here the vertical macro means it expands an expression vertically. That implies vertical macro generates a set of same expression condition on multiple incoming fields. That thing we are doing here. So output macro field. So output macro field the suffix is coming with the underscore out. Here in the output macro field we are taking the expression is so in the input we are having last name as well as first name. LTRIM RTRIM of input port in underscore port percentile. Okay. So go to target, give the target connection as Oracle underscore target. Here we are taking our target employee table T underscore employees. First we have to take create input port and the output port. In the input port we give that last name as well as our phone number. Then we do the LTRIM RTRIM for the output port including with the input in underscore port. So if you are using macro field map option, completely parameterize new parameter. We click on new parameter. We click on the new parameter. We are giving the name as param underscore macro. Then save. So it is valid. Go to mapping task. Here we do create a mapping task. Now we create this for vertical macro. We create a mapping task here. There we have to assign the input and output fields. Go to new task, mapping task, create empty underscore macro underscore emp. So with the Oracle table we are doing, that's why I am giving Oracle. Here we see select star from employees. So we are having the spaces in the first name as well as phone number. We are having spaces in first name, last name, and phone number. Here we are giving the for input port only LTRIM or trim. We are not giving for a first name, last name, email. We are not creating output ports for first name as well as last name as well as phone number. Only we are giving the spaces. So for this formula we are giving in the one input port only there. Now I am giving the spaces for this here and there, means front and back, even with the in the phone number also. I just committed. I want to truncate target table now. Truncate table, table name t underscore employees. Table is truncated. Here there is no data in the target table. Now we go for the mapping task. Select our mapping here. Macro m underscore macros expression. So we are giving the name as mapping 7. Even we select from here mapping. So that is previous example, I think. We select mapping 7. Click on next. So we remove our smart mapping variables and we assign the first name out, last name out, and phone number. If you want to schedule it, you can schedule it, but you go to finish, save successfully. Okay, run the mapping task. Go to my jobs, starting. So here we are doing with the vertical macro. A vertical macro expands an expression vertically. That implies vertical macro generates a set of same expression condition on multiple incoming fields. So now we did that only. With the multiple incoming fields we are doing removing spaces. Here we see 107 records processed. Not only this from formula, you can do anything. So here removed all the spaces. Okay. For another macro, horizontal macro, For that, please like, subscribe, and forward. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hi. Today we are discussing vertical and horizontal macros. So here we see expression in macros. We do normal mapping. An expression macro is a macro that you use to create repetitive or complex expression in mappings. Here we are using horizontal macro. So here I want to skip those fields have null in the first name, last name, and phone number. Then we use horizontal macro here. So horizontal macro to generate a single complex expression that includes a set of incoming fields or set of constants here. We see here create an output field in the expression transformation in underscore port new field flag. So we are creating in a flag here. So we configure the built-in function here for our flag. Here we take horizontal expansion. In that we select OPR underscore sum for addition. So we are doing here in underscore port in place of add in underscore port here. Here we take only one OPR underscore sum. So this expression is giving error. We take here filter. Flag as 0. Then we pass the information. Only null characters we are passing here. See here I am removing 10, 100 and 101 phone numbers of these two rows. I am deleting. This contains null information. So I will remove. There is a spaces, that's why it is not showing null. So we remove the spaces and we make it as null. Now we go to the mapping. Is null of in underscore port become as 1. Here if any port is null, we are restricting here. Then flag become 1. So filter is process only flag equal to 0 means not null record we are sending to the target. Okay, not null values to target. Click on next. And click on finish. Click on my jobs. Refresh here. Then we see 107 records processed and only sent 105 records. Okay, please subscribe and like for more Informatica videos. Here we are using horizontal macro.